Academy, and now being part of TE Academy's team in promotion. I want to praise Nate for that as well, for being part of TE Academy's team in promoting and revising content and writing content. That's very cool for us. I would like to give praises to Angela, who today gave a workshop on DAO reward systems at ETH Barcelona. So praise Angela. And I would like to praise all the hosts in T36. I'll name everyone in the channel later. And yeah, I think for me today, this is it. And I don't know who still hasn't been. I would like to give, maybe pass it to Regin.
Regin, Jenny, this is the part where yep, go ahead.
I am just newly pilled today into this community, and I'd like to praise Nate for giving such a great orientation call today. I've been looking at different Discord channels, just newly onboarding to some communities in Web3, and I'm so excited. I'm so passionate. But it's been really difficult just finding my way in, and I really appreciated that call and all the organization that went into it. So, and I'd like to pass it to Juan.
Thank you. Yeah, I would like to praise Lean for leading amazing sessions, sharing awareness about deep democracy, error culture, and inclusion, both in the Graviton training last week and in the Aragon community this week. I would also like to praise Lowy for leading an amazing Graviton training this week, talking about harm reduction as an important step for conflict management. I would also like to praise Bianca, Septimus, Jeremy, Durgadas, Anna, Innovator, and Irene, and Contessa for joining Gravity's coordination calls and several of our activities, and starting to contribute better in our working group. I really hope that we can find a place for all of you to be rewarded by your contributions in this working group. And yeah, I would like also to praise Nate because he's a father, and that's a beautiful experience he's having right now, and also all the people in Barcelona. And I would pass it to Edu. Did you go?
Yes, I did, but I will pass it on to Jean.
Thanks, Edu. Thanks, Blanco. I'd like to praise David Lids for attending the TEC Lounge last week and elaborating a beautiful vision for utilizing gravity to mediate real-world conflicts in a way that will be transformative, I believe, for the group and for his project. So that was a wonderful thing. And he also attended Sampo this week, and I really appreciate his participation. And we'll pass it back to Nate.
Okay. I will praise. I would just want to praise Edu. I want to praise Tam, Livia, Griff, Mitch, for all representing us in ETH Barcelona. I want to praise Gideon for the leadership he has taken in the Sampo working group. I think it's really important that he has done what he has done. I mean, we wouldn't be here without him. And then I want to praise Inti and Bear for their contributions toward the policy document. It's really great to have your feedback and your participation in this. I want to praise Rex for all of the analytics work that he's done within the Treasury and within the common pool of our economy. I want to praise Regent Jenny for attending this call after orientation. I want to praise Pat at the TE Academy for walking me through their marketing and communications group, and really just welcoming me. I don't know why I can't say that. Welcoming me to that process. And then I want to praise Irene for participating in a really great retrospective this morning. And so, with that being said, I'll pat. Irene, have you gone?
No, I haven't. So okay.
You were the last one.
Okay, I want to praise everyone that I have met this week in different meetings. I believe maybe I missed someone, but it was Dorgadas, Bear, Nate, Chewy, Edu, Benz, NT. And I want to praise everyone in the Gravity team because it's starting a new phase, and I can feel the new dynamic. It's Bianca, Anna, Innovator, Contessa, and maybe I'm missing someone. Durgadas always pops on. And I want to make a special praise for Juanca because of all of his work. It's now we can notice everything that he has done, and I'm really grateful for all the effort and work. And I want to praise everyone participating in the conflict management training. And if I'm the last one, I return the microphone.
Thank you. Yeah, so appreciate that, everybody. Praise is a very important cultural practice that we have here in the TEC. If you want to use your praise, if you want to keep up with what's going on with praise, check out the praise channel within the Discord. And this praise turns into TEC tokens. So get into the habit of making good quality praises, making sure that you're recognizing the work of others and keeping aware of your own working groups, and remember to praise yourself. Sometimes people just don't see it, and so it's always good to do self-praise every once in a while. Turn on your video to say cheese if you'd like. I'm not actually sure who's responsible for taking this photo, but I will screenshot it. And cheese, there we go. All right. We'd like to do a picture for community purposes. So, all right, let's start with it. Our values. This is the fun part. Oh, come on. Our Commons operates from a pro-social, human-centered perspective and prioritizes the advancement of token engineering over short-term profits. Integrity, curiosity, constructive inquiry, presence, and gratitude are foundational for maintaining mutual respect within our growing community. We encourage our members to be radically open source, non-hierarchical, transparent in their intentions, and accountable in their actions. These are our values. We repeat them at the beginning of every community call just to remind everyone. All right. In order to make us a strong and lovey-dovey community, there are some things that we just want to do to reduce the friction. We have our Gravity Working Group led by Wanka, and they're a group of people who are very knowledgeable in nonviolent communication and conflict management, mitigating conflicts before you see them. If you have seen anything, big or small, we do have our Gravity Working Group type form here. So if you see an issue, start the type form, fill out the form, and Gravity Working Group will take care of it. And so if it can be as big as somebody calling each other, bad names, to me mispronouncing Irene's name over and over again. If that's a problem, you can submit it to the Gravity Working Group. Wonka will take me aside and be like, here, let's practice this. And so we'll get that taken care of. Gravity is a resource for every person in here, and so make sure that you take advantage of it. With that being said, decisions happen. All right, the advice process. Before making a big decision, finally, discuss them with the people who will be affected by the decision and experts on the topic. This is a huge process that we have to incorporate into everything we do. Following the advice process will lead to better outcomes. So if you have something that you need to do, make sure you're asking the right people and before you move on with that decision. So last week, we have our gardens. This is where we vote on our conviction voting, our TAL voting. We have several different proposals up right now. One of them is a TAL voting, which is the updating the covenant. And then we have two other, I believe. This will ever load. Eddie, do you recall the other two proposals, the conviction voting ones? I believe it's Communitas Working Group.
Yes, it is Communitas Working Group. The one for comms regarding the stewardship.
Yep.
And I think there's another one.
Dashboard, yeah, ABC
Yeah.
Advanced page.
Correct.
Yep.
There you go.
Okay, so these are the three proposals that we have up right now. The Communitas Working Group second term funding proposal, the ABC Advanced page, which allows people to have a better understanding of our augmented bonding curve, and the update agreement for the TEC Community Covenant. So this is just kind of to update our community covenant, and yeah. So if you have TEC tokens, please park them in one of these proposals. You might need a better understanding of conviction voting. If you don't have an understanding, just please reach out to one of us and we'll explain it. If you don't want to support any of these proposals, throw your tokens and abstain. It will slow the process down, but it gives a better accurate representation of community signaling. So just keep that in mind. So that's what's going on in Gardens. So rock the vote, get out there. Community Stewards. So we're going to pass it on to the working groups now. I will lead this one, Community Stewards Weekly, Wednesday, 1 p.m. We are on our next sprint. We just had our sprint retrospective today, which we carried through. And one of the tasks that we want to bring into next sprint is going to be a collective roadmap for the TEC. So roadmap development, which is what we're bringing in. The Stewards Working Group is strictly designed around coordination, around dependencies between working groups. And we have our Stewards Weekly every Tuesday. We have sprint planning and sprint retrospectives every other week. And in between those weeks, we have a Stewards Council where we try to tackle some of the more sticky situations. And so this week we have our retrospective and we have another sprint planning tomorrow. So if you're interested in joining our sprint planning, please come by tomorrow morning and we will incorporate you into the process. You can always look at what was going on with our sprint planning through our Zen Hub. This is where we coordinate everybody and all the work that we're doing. You can see all the different working groups, all the different tasks that are being done, and how we move forward. So if there's anything that you want to come, if you can click on this link on the slide. If you want to participate in any of these tasks that are being done right now, please come and check them out and contact the people who are working on them. See if you can help out with that. Let's see here. Like I said, all of our community calls, Stewards, things are open. We have a playlist, a YouTube playlist with all our past events. Right now, the Stewards' mind this week is just relaxing. People are going to the conference. People are just kind of disconnecting for a moment and then heading back again. Mint TEC, you can always mint TEC here. This is very important. If you want to participate, nope, that's not the link. Okay, oh, that's a Twitter. Convert.tecommons.org is the link that we want. So this allows you to purchase TEC tokens. Yeah, outside of that, we've really revised the Stewards Working Group, and it's a work in progress. So with that, I'll pass it over to Wanka and the Gravity Working Group.
Thank you, Nate. Well, for the ones that know, that I think most of you know, and for the new ones, Gravity is how we call our conflict management team in the TEC, and a DAO that is trying to become a service DAO to offer conflict management services to other communities with the frameworks that we developed for the TEC. We are a very active working group and we focus a lot on education because we think that prevention is a key part of conflict management, even though that we have the proper mediation service when it's needed. So we are in the third Graviton training. It's ongoing. and we are in the 8th session. This 8th session is with Jeremy, and he will be leading a Liberating Structures session on next Tuesday. Next Monday, we also have the research and psychology and well-being, where we are polishing a survey that we will be applying to these and other communities to measure well-being and mental health in some DAOs, to have a show of how the population is doing in that side, and having an analysis of that data. On Tuesdays, we have 2 calls. One is the umbrella coordination call in the Aragon Discord, that is at 11 a.m. CET. That's really early for people in America, but you're still invited. And the Graviton training session is at 8 p.m. CET. So next Tuesday at 8 p.m. CET, we will have Jeremy. And on Wednesdays, we have a coordination call where we talk about so all of our internal logistics, like if we are going to make a second proposal to the TEC, some of the things that we aspire to have as products from the first funding proposal, like having a web page to be a landing site for people to know what Gravity is and to require our services, and a lot of stuff. Also, all the coordination, all the structuring of the team happens on Wednesdays. And today, this Thursday, in 2 hours, in 2 hours, we will have a session with Lean about deep democracy in the Aragon Discord server. So for all of you, I just invite you to join the Aragon Discord server and to join that session in 2 hours. It will be amazing. Lean always makes really good presentations, and you will be supporting our efforts developing competence on these topics to Aragon. And this Friday, we will be having a website design call. That is one of the things that we're working on. So if you want to support us, there are many ways that you can support us. And even like donating to our Gitcoin grant, even that right now the round is not open. But also you can DM me or DM anyone in the team, and we'll try to help you find a place to feel good contributing with our team. So yeah, that's my update from Gravity. And I'll pass to Softcup. I think Livy is on at Barcelona, but I don't know if Edu, you will be taking it.
No, but yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, sorry, Edu. Maybe I can take it. Livy asked me to facilitate last call, so maybe I can just give a quick update about it. So yeah, the SoftGov working group, the steward is Livia, and we usually have the weekly sync on Wednesdays, 1 p.m. EST, 7 p.m. CET. And this working group focuses on researching and applying like best practices for governance, social collaboration, and contribution rewards. And this week, basically, what we tried to do, it was an exercise of a SWOT analysis of the TEC. So basically trying to look for the different strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats around the TEC according to the people that participated. So we had this Figma board, and we had some participants just putting their thoughts about different things, and it was pretty interesting because you can see that some of us have like certain concerns in common. Some others see pretty similar aspects around the community.
So it was a good exercise. So something I would say, I would like to welcome everyone here in the call. If you want, you can access the document and you can just add your thoughts in there. I think anyone should be able to edit the document. So if you want to add your name, and I think it would be interesting to start making like a collective effort to see what can come from here, and maybe after we have more people's opinions there, I would like to create more like a more formal document about it. And yeah, I think that was for SoftGov this time. So I'll just pass it to Communitas. I hope I did well. This was my first time facilitating the community call, so I hope I didn't miss anything.
You did
That's
amazing.
Bear. Yeah.
Thank you so
Good.
much. So yeah, regarding Communitas working group, I think most of the folks here knows how it goes. But for Regine, who maybe you're not familiar with the Communitas working group, we meet every Monday, 8 p.m. CET, and the orientation call that you just attended happens 7 p.m. CET. It's a community building working group, so we basically try to build and push efforts that will get us a better community. That's the intention. And on that note, this week meeting, we finally reached out 2,500 people on Discord. Yay! And we are working on the article about membership, and sort of one of the products, if you want to think about that, of the Communitas working group, is to create a framework that will help people to understand what is a member within a community and how to establish that and what would imply. Also, we finished the outreach to token holders, and if you go to the next slide, this will be our exercise next week in SoftGov, also in Communitas, because it's a joint effort. I don't know if you can move to the next slide, Nate. There you go. So this is you maybe Juanca will see this familiar. So the idea of this is that we will sort of improve the TE flower that we currently have, and Acid Laser, surprise to him, but Acid Laser created this design in a way that we will be able to fill the petals of the flower, and then we will see what information comes around. So this is an open exercise. We will make available a Figma file so everyone can update and edit it. But this will be the exercise in Communitas and SoftGov next week. So if you're interested in knowing more about, what kind of things token engineering Flower has and what are the fields, who are the people behind these aspects of token engineering, join the conversation. With that being said, I don't know who's gonna take Sampo. So my suggestion will be to just pass it on to the folks who are here. So maybe Pat, you can talk about TE Academy.
If you want to do, I can take Sampo. Gideon asked me to take it, so I have no problem.
Go ahead. Thank you.
Yeah. So for the Sampo working group, the steward is Gideon, and we also have our weekly sync on Tuesdays, 4 p.m. EST, 10 p.m. CET. And what Sampo focuses is on growing the economic layer of the token engineering commons with different initiatives like treasury management, spending controls, revenue diversification. And this week, what we focus on, we had Rex doing like a demonstration of all the progress he has done with the working group's accounting template. That it's getting really powerful to be able to see that and analyze our spending behavior across the TEC. You can see spending divided by category or by individual, by working group, by month, even by token. So having the possibility to have all of this information in one document, I think it's pretty powerful. And we've also been working on the Treasury policy draft. This is an initiative that Nate has been leading, and we have just started discussing like the next steps about it. So the idea is basically to to create an initial policy that is comprehensive for the community to understand and see the pros and cons about having some type of treasury management. And then you can see like the different topics that are being discussed in the working group in terms of like the economic setting, the different problems in terms of using a multi-sig or an agent, different investment strategies, how are we going to manage the funds and the I forgot the word, like the returns that are generated. So all of that it's being discussed right now. And yeah, I think that would be it for Sampo this week. So I'll pass it to, I don't know if there's anyone doing Omega.
Yeah, I'm not sure anybody comfortable with representing Omega. If not, we will skip. For those who don't know what Omega is, they focus on the philosophical, ethical aspects of it, which include the Consilience Library and TE Ethics Participatory Research. These have been ongoing projects that they've had. However, a lot of people are not able to make it for this, so that's the update for that.
Yeah. Just
go
to
ahead.
provide context, just in case folks here are not aware, like usually these calls are way more active, but like half of the stewards are present in East Barcelona in the conference, including Shebnem, who also had a presentation today or yesterday, I believe. So yeah, if you just stay here and join the next probably community call, it will be full of these stewards present probably that time. So back to you, Nate.
Yeah. So in lieu of that, we'll pass it to comms. Anybody comfortable with comms? Chewy was here earlier, but not here in the community call today. Nobody? Okay, so comms is our communications working group, also known as Team DAO. They are creating their own DAO, and one of our very few of our working groups that are actually service oriented. So this is going to turn into a service DAO. They have manage our Twitter, our animation and video production, marketing, translations. You have the manifesto, weekly agenda, and their DWork board. So DWork board is a really important tool that they use to compensate individuals for different bounties to keep track of the work that is going on. Let's see. I'm not going to navigate that at the moment, but if you're interested in comms, they have the weekly sync on Tuesdays at 9 a.m. PST, 6 p.m. CET, and team syncs on Mondays. So all the subgroups within the Team DAO meet on Mondays at different times. This is all can be added through our schedule. So if you are unaware of the current schedule, please add it to our Google Calendar to yours. Moving on to Transparency Working Group. Ivy and Zeptimus. Ed, did you have any comments on the transparency?
Not yet. Just said, yeah, go ahead, Bear. But just the fact that their proposal is up for the idea that Septimus pushed, which was the advanced page. But besides that, back to you, Bear.
Yeah, thank you, Edu. Yeah, I think that's important. I mean, I was on the call on Monday, so maybe I can also give a quick update about the efforts on the transparency working group. So the stewards are Ivy and Septimus. They have the weekly sync every Monday, 11 a.m. EST, 5 p.m. CET. You can check here in the link the working group manifest if you want to learn more about the mission of this working group. And you can also check like the different protocols, terms, and disclaimers. Knowing that, for example, all the calls in the TEC are recorded, so you know like what to expect from that. And this week, basically, what was being discussed is a new audit is coming probably next month. So we were just discussing like different ways to improve it. Some ideas were discussed about creating maybe some infographics that could make easier for people to see all the information and make it a little more easy to digest. And yeah, just doing some initial planning about how are we gonna divide the work between the different contributors. Then there were also some concerns raised about security measures around the TEC and best practices in terms of security. It was an interesting conversation, maybe even leading to, in a possible future, having a working group specifically designed for taking care of this endeavor. And lastly, also there's another project, another initiative coming through about creating a recording bot for recording all the calls across the TEC and trying to make more automated this process, and while doing that also being able to become more efficient in the use of the funds of the working group and of the whole TEC in general. So that's another initiative that it's coming on from the transparency people. And yeah, I think that would be it for now. So I'll just pass it to rewards or back to you, Nate.
Thank you. Yeah, so the steward of the rewards working group is Mitch, who is also out on the conference. Christopher is also not present. So the rewards working group is centered around managing the reward system that we have. So the rewards for February 2022 are incoming. Check out the forum post and RAD analysis. Activate your source cred. Get ready for source cred rewards info in the general channel. If you follow the prompts within that channel, you can activate your source cred. Updates in development replace the drafted quantifiers, praise keyword search, cross-period analysis for quantifier trends. And then we have the improved reward system and open discussion on the forum. This is a really important chat to be a part of. If you want to read into the reward system, you have any thoughts or comments on it, this is a really important forum to engage in. And thank you for everybody who has participated so far in it. These types of discussions kind of help us push forward and create a better system. Rules of praise. These are really good links to understand right here, especially if you're new. How do you praise properly? What are the things that you want to praise? What are the things you want to focus on? Having good habits is kind of setting a good example for others, and so we want to be able to praise really well. Become a quantifier. If you're interested in becoming a quantifier, we do have our Discord channel, and you'll learn how the quantification process happens and how what your role is in that process. So the rewards working group is centered around the development of this reward system. And so if this is an area of interest for you, this is something to take part in. And so every week on Wednesday at 2 p.m. EST, 20 CET, we have the rewards working group meeting. The new praise bot, activate to link your ETH address to your Discord account and to give your praise powers and to receive praise rewards. /praise to praise. Okay, so this is our new praise bot, and so if you do these two things, you will be activated. We can connect your wallet to the praise reward system. Okay, and I'll pass it over to Pat. You want to start with the TE Academy?
Hello, thanks. TE Academy, if you don't know it, do we have new people here? I think so. TE Academy is working on the discipline, to build the discipline of token engineering. So we are focused on developing courses, programs, and putting together students who want to learn with information. And this course, TE Fundamentals, is live for the pre-signups. We are going to launch it in, we still don't have a final date, but September or October. And we should have the launch date real soon. If you want to learn the basics, the very basics of TE Fundamentals, this is going to be an amazing course. Make sure to sign up and join a study group to prepare. So This is not going to be a very easy course, and best to learn something is to learn something together. So for the moment, we have already opened study groups for you to prepare and learn what is software engineering and understand a little bit more, have more context when the time for the course comes. These study groups happen across the globe and in different time zones, in different idioms. So you just need to click on this link, go and find the session that suits you better, the one you prefer, and join. Make sure to be there. Next slide, please. Oh yeah, here in the link you have an overview. But yeah, it's T Academy's birthday coming next week. So we still don't have a lot of information. This is a quick preview on the agenda, and we are going to share more official updates real soon, but save the date, July 27. And we're having a day of multi-events. So we have events across the whole day for people across the globe. So whatever your time zone is, there is going to be an event there. So yeah, make sure to save the date and stay posted. We'll have more news very soon. And that's it. Thanks, everyone. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Matt. That's really awesome. And yeah, if you're interested in token engineering, if you are curious about token engineering, TE Fundamentals is a really interesting course that you can take. There are prerequisites, I believe. Maybe not. I don't know. But it is worth investigating. Check out the TE Discord. Yeah, go ahead, Pat.
Oh, sorry. We don't have prerequisites,
Okay.
but it's useful if you have mathematics background or engineering background, but that's not necessary. Just it's going to be a deeper learning curve, but it's possible for you to learn. Thanks.
Cool. Yeah, thank you for that. We're going to move on to the legal working group. Ivy has stepped down from stewardship, which is really great. She offboarded the other week to put more focus on common stack issues. So we want to praise her for the work she's done and everybody who's carried the legal working group to where it is today. The new covenant vote is up in the gardens and will pass, and so that allows us to really evaluate different legal strategies. If you know anybody who is interested in participating in our legal working group, please have them reach out and attend these working groups. TEA and TEC, I don't know if you want to comment about any of that, Pat, but I think just the general token engineering getting closer and closer to these token engineering projects such as CAD, and I believe that is it, though.
Pat, if you're talking, you are muted, so we cannot hear it.
No, I think these are past slides. These.
Yeah, I think this was Angela's presentation.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I just noticed that Shui joined the call. So Shui, I don't know if you have something else that you want to talk about comms. We already went through comms, but if there's something that you think may be worth for everyone here to know during this week.
Yes. I'm very, very sorry to be late, but thank you for asking, Edu. I wanted to talk about. It's just that the communications team has gone through different challenges in the past, but right now, and because we are unable to provide like a more complete and full, like funding of the communications operations. And at the same time, while we are getting involved with different projects, so we started exploring around the idea of having rotation within the roles in communications, and just like this idea about supporting each other at this time. So if we don't maintain a specific role, and then we give chance to different newcomers and just rotation in general, I think that. this is bringing just a lot of benefit to the communications contributors, and probably you're gonna see a lot of that in the next couple of weeks. We want to try this during the month of July, but yeah, we're still gonna keep our eyes open to learn from any just like lessons that need to be learned along the way. And yeah, other than that, we don't have a lot of updates in the different teams. I would just probably insist to check out the forum post that raises the T Academy's current situation for addressing an advice process before we post this complementary proposal that we talk about. So I think that's it for comms. And yeah, I don't know. Should I pass it back to you, Edu, maybe?
Oh, good. I think we have hit the bottom of the presentation today. We are 10 minutes short, but I want to thank everyone who joined today. I don't know, Nate, if there is something left for you to add to this, or do you want to close it up now?
No, I think that's it. And just I appreciate everybody bearing with me in this. And yeah, that's the end of the community call. So,
Thank you, everyone.
all right. Thank you.
Remember, you're invited to the
Yes, thank you.
gravity session in Aragon.
Yes, Graviton training, Aragon. Right after this, correct?
Share
No,
the
it's
link.
in 1 hour.
1
In
hour.
1
Oh,
hour.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Juanca.
Fanka.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. See you later.
Bye, everybody.